Hello Cancer, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. It is for June of 2024. We're going to do an overview of the month of June. Thank you so much for clicking here, Cancer. I do appreciate you. If you're brand new and you've never been here before, welcome. There's a subscription button right over there where it's always been. And if you hit the bell button, you'll know when I'm uploading for the water signs, which is generally a Tuesday. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are somebody who is the ride or die and you're always here, clicking, viewing, subscribing, all of that stuff, sharing, I do appreciate you the most. And let's find out what is coming up for you in the month of June. Let's figure it out here. First card out, we're going to talk about the overall theme, or what to expect from the month here. Let's talk about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. Tell me about Cancer. What does Cancer need to know for the overall, for the month of June? What's the overall theme? Okay. It's the one you want here, delight. All right, we're going right there, Cancer. It's going to be a better month. I'm going to say if you are somebody who's been having a hard time up to here, that the sun is about to shine. The birds are about to sing. I was just listening, just before I came online, I was listening to a song called Good Day. He says, I'm about to have a good day in every single way. The birds the sun is shining in the trees. The birds are singing praise. I'm about to have a good day. That's what it feels like is here. You know, it feels like that everything is sort of going to be in its perfect state, I want to say. And so you might have an idea of, it almost feels like you're in a moment of maybe walking through maybe your backyard or a garden, or maybe you're walking on a path somewhere where there's a lot of vegetation and trees and animals. And I want to say that it's almost like a feeling of I've been here before, but I've never seen it like this before. It's almost like delight tells me with all of these colors here that you're about to have a good day, but it feels like it's going to be a good month, and all the colors here are bright and shining, right? Like the sun is on everything. It feels like, I want to say, but you're the one who's up front. Like everyone else is sort of scattered around in the background. You can see all the white birds here, but you're different from all the rest of them, I want to say. You're a person who's different than them, and I feel like it's a realization. It feels like the delight is a realization. It's a feeling of, oh, okay, I'm about to have a good day. That's what it feels like. We do have protection. Why is that? We have the gateway. So, and transformation. Very interesting. So it might be that you're having some sort of a transformation that I was saying, like vegetation, maybe walking on a path. It feels like the gateway is here, and it's a transformative time for you, I want to say. Protection here tells me that it's protection that the universe is offering you this month. And I feel like you're going to feel it. Tell me what the overall mood or energy is for the month, please, for Cancer. Tell me what's going up. I feel like your attitude's about to get lighter. I feel like you're about to delight in the small things. I want to say in the smaller things. Tell me what the overall energy or mood of this month is. There we go. It's a change in your abundance, my friend. We also have worry and denial. I feel like this is telling me that you're coming from a place of worry and denial, that maybe you're coming from a place of where you finally acknowledge your fears and you replace it with an insight of awareness here. And it feels like you've realized that worry doesn't change the outcome of anything. And I would say that you're absolutely correct. We do have abundance. So we have a change in your abundance, my friend. I want to say if you've been having a hard time financially, or maybe it's been repairs on the house, or maybe your car broke down, or I want to say that change is coming in that it's going to be a little less hard this month. We've got all this red here, and this is your stability and your security, right? And so I feel like it's you're about to get some more stability in your abundance. And abundance can be anything, right? Abundance is a big word, and it covers, happy health, happy growth in mental health, physical health. Like it feels like an abundance of something is going to fall on you. It doesn't have to be money, but I feel like it's going to delight you, whatever it is. So we have abundance that says I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. It's a realization that you're having here that if you change something, if you decide that you want to change this month, that it's going to have a really positive effect. In fact, it's going to give you delight. Change says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So I want to say that you're coming finally out of some sort of a stuck energy or a place where you felt stifled, maybe, or maybe you felt like you were in Groundhog Day, work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep, right? And so let's find out what else is coming up here. Next card I drop is going to be some sort of a big decision that you're going to have to make in the month of June. Tell me what the biggest decision is that Cancer is going to make in the month of June. We do have the Six of Cups. So I feel like for you, you could be making a decision as it pertains to some sort of a soulmate connection. Now, soulmate connections with the Six of Cups can mean anybody who you have shared memories with, nostalgic, happy, emotional memories. So this can be a love ship, this could be a situationship, this can be a best friend, a member of your family. So it feels like you're going to have to make a big decision about the Six of Cups. We'll go back and clarify it, of course. What needs most of your focus and your nurturing this month, Cancer? What needs all of your focus and your nurture? Movement, I feel. And you've realized that without change, you're going to be stagnant. So here's the movement here. I feel like you're cutting out of some sort of chaotic thought pattern. And it's time to move to a calmer place in the mind. And when you do that, that's your change. I feel like that's the biggest change that you're going to be making this month. Tell me what the good stuff is that's coming here. What's the good stuff for Cancer, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The good stuff, ooh, I like it. The Emperor. You're about to take charge of everything, Cancer. I want to say you're about to take charge of whatever has not been working for you. It's clear to me that you do need some change. You have an understanding now that you are stuck in a place only because you couldn't change. Change your mind. Change how you see yourself. Maybe change the heart space. I feel like there is going to be abundance falling on you this month because you're making a lot of changes here. I feel like it's been a long, arduous, painful, patient journey up to here. I want to say that you've been going over the details, wondering why it's not coming quicker or coming faster. And I want to say it's because the Knight of Pentacles is here. We do have the Page of Wands. Things are about to speed up. You're about to jump onto a different timeline, or you're about to make some sort of a snap decision, maybe to travel, have some excitement, go out and see people, be a little more, social, be a little more fun with the Nine of Cups here. Maybe a little more happy. I feel like you're breaking out of some sort of chains that I feel like you had chained yourself to some sort of a thought pattern that I feel like you're breaking out of this month. I'm going to read from this deck here at the end of the reading. So if you want to know about love for the month, you can stick around. I don't intend for any of this to be a love reading. So we'll find out what's going on here. I've got a card that is poked out here. It's flipped. It says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you have accepted the current situation, it will automatically transform. This has never been truer than true. I'm telling you, this is exactly what it takes in order to make some sort of significant change in your life. When you accept the situation for what it is currently, so instead of not wanting to be here because you want to be there, it's like you have to first accept where you're at, whether that's the shape of your body, the health that you're in, the mental health, physical health, spiritual health, maybe it's financial. You have to accept the situation and that you got yourself here or got yourself into this pickle, or maybe, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like you have to first trust that things will change when you finally accept your situation and how you got here, whether it was circumstances beyond your control or whether you were controlling the circumstances. So we do have soulmate energy. It says soulmate is already within you. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So I do believe that we all have soulmates. We have many of them, in fact. We have many soulmates. And so it's always a mystery to me why a person would get stuck on one soulmate for years, like 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. Why would you just stay stuck to one soulmate when you have thousands and you could be out there having fun and being connected in the heart space? And, it feels like you need to trust that first you need to accept where you are at this moment in your love life. And then that's when things will transform. All right. Let's take another deck and let's clarify just a little bit for you here. Tell me my Cancer is going to be in delight. It's almost like I want to say that the clouds are parting. It's a little sunnier. We are moving into June, right? It is a little sunnier for you here. And things are a little brighter. You're having movement. So I was saying at the beginning, maybe you've had issues with vehicles, or I want to say that you're going to get that vehicle back on the road. For some of you, this could be like the delightful vehicle. Like maybe you've got a car that you're restoring, or like an old car that you're restoring. Like it almost feels like you're going to get it on the road. You're going to get the balance and you're going to go for the victory. I want to say I want to say this is your card, the Chariot. And although I feel like you're moving quickly towards this delightful energy here, that I want to say that you need to practice keeping yourself in balance, I want to say. Because the Chariot is about that. It's about balancing these two energies, right? The feminine and the masculine. It's about having your energies balanced enough so you can move forward. When your energies are out of balance, that's when we have a hard time moving forward. We do have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you're about to be a little more social, get into a network. I want to say whatever it is that you do, that you might find a group of people who like to do the same thing, who are like-minded, who are collaborators, not people who are going to see you as competition, but they're going to collaborate, be on your team, cooperation. I feel like the part of the delight is that I feel like you are going to find a friend or a group of friends that you can join. These people are all very successful in what they do. They're all very successful, probably entrepreneurs, people who have built something from nothing. And it feels like these people are probably going to be teaching you that, or possibly they're looking on at you. Maybe you're the entrepreneur, and this group of people, this network of people, they might teach you how to build yourself a little bigger. You know what I mean? Build your pentacles, get more stability, be a lot more independent. Also, Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is about being single, but and single and doing it yourself, building it yourself, right? That you've not really had any help from anyone else. It also is being quite confident that you can do that. What else do we have for delight? We have the Five of Wands, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So I want to say that, excuse me. Windows are open and I have a lot of allergies. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so I want to say with the Five of Wands, it makes me feel like you're holding back or you're in indecision about romantic connections. That the Page of Pentacles is here and you're willing to be able to meet people where they're at in the pentacle world, as long as it's like going for coffee or having a conversation or seeing each other face to face. But I feel like it's something that might show up for you this month, that there might be some sort of romantic connection that possibly could show up for you. But it feels like when you meet this person that you feel like you're in competition with other people, I'm going to say. So keep that in mind. But I really do feel like you have been holding back from finding some sort of a connection. I don't think that that really is your focus this month. Let's find out what the Six of Cups is. The Six of Cups is a decision that you're going to have to make. So tell me why the Six of Cups is here. What is the decision that Cancer will have to make? And these cards won't go back together. It might be a hard decision. Tell me about the Six of Cups. What's the decision? What's the decision about? We've got the Sun, we've got the Emperor, and we've got the Ten of Swords. I feel like you're going to be cutting out anybody who really doesn't offer or contribute to your life, your lifestyle. I want to say that this Six of Cups is something that you're trying to look at in a really head over heart way, I'm going to say. The Emperor here is the person who is in charge. And I want to say that you realize, the realization is the Sun, you realize that you're the person that's in charge of all of your relationships. I want to say that it feels like you will be probably cutting out people or trimming the fat. I want to say that everybody that's in our lives is not necessarily a person who's really functioning in our life. And I want to say that, you know, everybody, not everybody, but some people are like, oh, I haven't seen you in 12 years, but, you know, we're just going to pick up where we left off. And sometimes that's not true, right? Sometimes it is that someone didn't put you as a priority, and that's why you haven't spoken with that person in 12 years. I feel like it's relationships like that, even though that you've known this person for a really long time, or people, that you're about to cut some people out, you're about to end some things because you're the one that's in charge, and you've had this really big realization that it's time for you to grow. And the Sun is always about growth, right? Spiritual, professional, financial. I feel like what you're looking at is growing your tribe because the Three of Pentacles is here. But first you're going to look at where you can trim the fat, where you're just going to let people out of your life and not communicate with them. It feels like it's going to be people specifically who you know are people who might betray you or people who have hurt you before. I feel like you're stepping up here as the Emperor, and you're like, I'm in charge here, so I'm just going to trim the fat where I need to. I think this is a really big decision for you, because I feel like, and it's not like you really have to go to them and say, look, I'm cutting you out of my life. You just can distance them, right? You can just distance people quietly. You can make the decision, put up the boundary on yourself, and then just make the decision and go with it. But I feel like that's the decision. It's people who have not necessarily been helpful in your life and don't really care. People who haven't really given you reciprocity. It's a realization of the Six of Pentacles, right? That some people are really only hanging around for the purpose of charity. Maybe you give them money. Maybe you get them deals. Maybe there's something that you sell or do, or your business gives them something. They benefit from that. So they know that they can come to you and they can get the charity whenever they need it. But I want to say with the Hermit energy that you are going into this energy here and going over the details. Am I really benefiting from these relationships? And look, we don't always give to get back, right? Not always, right? Some people are just really generous with their time, but I feel like you've accumulated a whole pile of people who do this to you, that they use you and come to you when they want things, but they don't really befriend you. They don't include you in the barbecues and going out and do you want to travel with us? Like they don't really include you in that way. And I feel like there's a realization this month of who is with you and who's against you. That's what it feels like, the really big decision that you're making here. Your focus and your nurturing, I feel, should be on the Six of Swords, that you are disconnecting from the chaos, which I think is part of the Ten of Swords, that you're ending relationships that no longer fit into your life, people who just pop up and cause you inconvenience and expect you to just reshuffle whatever it is that you're doing in order to help them. I feel like you are cutting away from the chaos and going to the calm. But I mean, any way you can get the movement is what you should do, right? Any way you can get the movement. So we have what needs the most focus here. It feels like you will be making cuts here. We do have the Hanged Man, which tells me you're in a realization that it's time for you to step forward and do the things that you want for yourself. Maybe you're a person who has been living in the service of others, and you're no longer going to be living in the service of others. The King of Wands doesn't do that. The King of Wands is a king. He's running a kingdom, but understand the King of Wands is also doing things that are very passionate, right? This person is always going to chase the shiny thing. There's always going to have passion in their soul, and they're going to only be motivated by inspired, right? They need to be inspired. It has to make them feel really, they need to be feeling really passionate about the situation. And I think that's what we're talking about here. So I think with the Hanged Man in the reverse, you have some sort of an aha moment. After looking at it and trying to get a perspective, I feel like the King of Wands is telling me now you're taking action. What are you taking action on? We do have justice. So you are exacting justice in your life, and you don't really care what anybody says. It feels like for some of these people, you're just going to move on from them, I think. It's a realization that you are the king, that you run the kingdom. You are the emperor, right? It's time to use this energy of the King of Wands to move forward. Be inspired to move forward, to get your balance, get your justice. It is karmic justice that you will be getting this month, but I do believe that you will be the one who is going to initiate it. We do have the Temperance card. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, there it is. In the moment of alchemy, you will be disconnecting from people emotionally because you know what you know. You know that there's something else out there for you, and it feels like the magician tells me you have all the tools that you need. You know that you can do this on your own. Whatever you want wants you. You're practicing your manifestation, and you've decided in a moment of alchemy here, in a moment of clarity and balance here. We've got balance with both of these cards, and healing. I feel that you move away, you disconnect from people who aren't giving you what you need, which is the Ten of Cups. You're disconnecting from people who are in the Eight of Cups energy, who just sort of have you around because they want to be able to go to you whenever they need something. Now, the good stuff is the Emperor. The Emperor is showing up here as well. So the good stuff here is that I feel like you learned some sort of a lesson, or you level up this month. You level up to the Emperor. So you end up quitting your job and becoming a business owner, or you decide that it is time to take charge of whatever it is you want to do and to stop like waiting for everybody else to do it with you. I feel like this person has everything that they need in order to move forward here, to create their own empire. I feel like at the end of the month, the good stuff here is like, it's like a world domination. Like, you know that you can do anything. Ah, yes. I'm hearing Headley. You can do anything, right? He says, be a movie star, rock a main stage, an Xbox tester, or an astronaut in space. And if they say you can't, you can shove it in their face. I can, so. And that's what I'm getting from this here. So it feels like you can do anything. In that song, he also says, never try, never win. You can't give up. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. That is something that Wayne Gretzky's father said to him as a child. You miss 100% of the shots you never take on net, right? Because he is a hockey player. And so I feel like this is the energy that you're in this month. There you are, the Hierophant. We've got the Ten of Cups. I was talking about it, right? That you're pulling away from anybody who's only giving you the 8 because you know that you're worth the 10. This is going to break some hearts. This is going to make some people disappointed with you. It is what it is, right? The Emperor can take it. I feel like you are showing up with this Hierophant energy because I feel like you're listening to the higher self. And now you're doing the things that are best for you. Also, when the Hierophant shows up, it's a lesson that's been learned, that change brings abundance. And we do have the 10 of Wands. I love it. We have the 4 of Swords and we have the Star. Look, 2 cards of healing, mental stability in the mind, making decisions that are best for you. And then the 10 of Wands is throwing down those burdens of whoever was trying to hitch their wagon to you, Cancer. That's what it feels like here. Let's look at this love before we go. We do have a transformation occurs through acceptance. So if you are going to accept where you are currently and trust that now that you know where you are, that change can now take place here. I feel like there is some trusting love coming toward you. We do have the Ace of Cups. So there is a brand new connection that is about to open up. I'm going to say prepare because the 2 of Wands is here. You're about to go on some sort of an adventure. Maybe you're going to travel with this person. But we do have the Ace of Cups here. We do have the Queen of Swords. You know what you want. You're going to tell people what you want. This person can be trusted, though. They're very honest and truthful, very assertive in how they tell people what they want. And so I feel like you are a trustworthy person and that whoever you meet is going to be the same. You are attracting what you are. So I feel like you are attracting the Queen of Swords, people who are honest and truthful, people who are going to be assertive and not aggressive. I feel like this is the person. They could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is the person that you might meet. I feel like in the month of June, you could meet this person. We do have Aries energy here. We also have Leo. We also have Scorpio energy. We have more Aries. We've got Sagittarius, Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. We've got your energy there, which is Cancer. We've got Aquarius energy here as well as Taurus. So take it as it resonates for you, but there are some big decisions that are coming up and they are going to change your abundance and they are going to change your life. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer. I do appreciate you. I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Happy June. Bye-bye.